Oh, yes. Welcome to Goodkind. Michael Goodkind here with you on a Wednesday afternoon. And a lot going on in the sports world, particularly in baseball. Major League Baseball is stirring it up right now on the storylines. Edwin Diaz, one of the best relievers in the game, has denied his opt-in with the Mets and is going to the LA Dodgers, getting paid $69 million in a 3-year deal. Huge move for the Dodgers and for Edwin Diaz. And you know what? I absolutely love it. This is fantastic. It is great for the game of baseball. It is great for the LA Dodgers. It is great for the National League. It's great for the American League. This is great for everybody. And let me tell you why. Major League Baseball has been salivating for a villain in the game since 2004. Since the Yankees of 2004, I would say that was when Major League Baseball was at a peak. I mean, the ratings were at a peak. Everybody was watching. It was the sport to watch after, or even like, I would say neck and neck with the NFL, which might be exaggerated. I wonder how some of you feel about that. But in my opinion, Major League Baseball and the National Football League were at the top, and Major League Baseball might have actually trumped the National Football League at that time as well with how good it was. It was so darn good. But now Major League Baseball is making a comeback. You have players in every single city, major market superstars, from Vlad Guerrero Jr. in Toronto to the Dodgers with the loaded roster of Shohei Ohtani and Freddie Freeman, and now adding an awesome reliever, maybe their best reliever since Mike Marshall, who won a Cy Young for the Dodgers back in the 70s. This is huge for the LA Dodgers and for baseball, and I absolutely love it. So Diaz is expected to immediately step in as a Dodgers closer for the season. Dodgers bullpen last year had a 4.27 ERA and blew a high number of saves. So he joins the bullpen, includes Tanner Scott, who is expected to move into a setup role, and he's considered to be one of the best closers in baseball, period. In 2025, he posted an ERA of 1.63 with 28 saves and 31 ops for the Mets. He had 98 Ks in 66 and a third innings, and he earned reliever of the year. You're adding him onto a team that, again, just won their second straight World Series, and they are poised to three-peat this year. Again, awesome for the game of baseball. I love it. I do. Regardless if you hate the Dodgers, regardless if you love the Dodgers. This is phenomenal for Major League Baseball, period. The league needs this. The league needs stars. The league needs markets, and huge markets, to be winning, for people to want to turn on the TV and watch baseball again. In the early 2000s, again, you have the Yankees, who are loaded. You got Derek Jeter. Obviously, they get A-Rod in that trade. Alfonso Soriano gets, I believe he was in that trade to get A-Rod. But the Yankees were absolutely loaded that season. And then the Sox are loaded. They have Manny Ramirez, obviously Big Papi. And then you had Barry Bonds in San Francisco. And you got Ichiro in Seattle. And you got Vlad Guerrero with the Angels of Anaheim. And Randy Johnson dominated. Was Randy in Seattle at that time? Yeah. So just major stars and major markets at that time, and the league was at an all-time high. All-time high. And then obviously 2004, the Sox win the first World Series since 1918. The curse is broken. And somewhere along the line after that, the game kind of loses its momentum. And I would say the 2010s were not great for baseball. After the Yankees win in 2009, the game definitely started to change. Obviously, the Giants had domination 2010, 2012, 2014. Which was great. The San Francisco Giants were great. But I don't think that the league had the same impact that it did in the early 2000s, not even anywhere near. The early 2000s, the game was absolutely dominating the game. And the league is back to that once again. I can say that confidently. We are at least trending in that direction of the league dominating the sports world potentially once again. Obviously, the NFL is still at the top. NBA is still obviously very popular. And as someone who's biased towards the NBA because I work in the league and I love the league, Doesn't matter. Major League Baseball is out, and they are out for a vengeance right now. I am so curious to see what happens this season, just what other deals are going to be made. But this Edwin Diaz deal, man, is so phenomenal for the game of baseball. And this Dodger team is going to have a loaded roster. They are going to have a loaded roster with Mookie, with Tommy Edman, with Max Muncy, obviously, Freddie Freeman. I just said Miguel Rojas, who obviously had a great postseason. This is exciting. This is exciting. I don't really know what else to say other than you shouldn't hate this. You should love this if you like baseball, and if you want the lead to succeed, you should like this. It's kind of similar to 2019. I think when the Astros were caught, obviously, in that scandal, in the sign stealing scandal, right, from 2019 that was. And then here's the deal. The league could have capitalized on the momentum. That was going into the 2020 season, though. Problem was that the 2020 season lost all its momentum with COVID-19, right? All its momentum was completely gone. That could have been so good for the game, because we would have gone into the 2020 season if we had a full regular season and, in an alternate universe, there was no coronavirus. And the Astros would have been the team that everybody hated, and they would have been really good. And in a 162-game season, which didn't happen that year, it would have made the game great. So I think the league kind of had a chance to capitalize there with that storyline in a certain way of like, hey, everybody can kind of team up and hate on the Stros. Well, now here's an opportunity for everybody to kind of team up and want the Dodgers to lose, and the Dodgers fans are going to be obnoxious, as they should. And it's going to be great for the game of baseball. There is going to be tons of action in the league. I can't wait to watch this sport back on Fox on Saturdays again. I think ratings are going to be back up. And I think Major League Baseball postseason is going to have all-time high numbers, especially if the LA Dodgers are as good as they were last year and make another postseason run. You let me know what you think in the comments. Is the game of baseball getting better and better with obviously Edwin Diaz going to the Dodgers? You got to agree with me. If you don't, please let me know in the comments. But this is great for the game of baseball. And for now, I'm going to sign off. We'll be back with another video with Parker Van Dyke yet again, so stay tuned for that. But for now, Michael Goodkind saying, be good, be kind. Baseball is back. Goodkind out.